So not only were we going to review some accessory pieces, but I want to take a look at some interesting counterfeits that I've come across. This is the Son Goku, a Saiyan raised on Earth, and I love how this figure came out. I haven't got a chance to play with it yet, but I have a lot of its accessories, and I'm very excited to take a look at it. Now, one of the big things that I've noticed about Bandai SH Figuarts is that they always come with a lot of detail. You can take a look here where it's got like official stickers, logos, all sorts of stuff. Now, taking a look over at the counterfeit one, this is missing completely, as you can see, all the stickers, the logo, and the company, so that's hilarious. If it goes to the side, it's fully mirrored. But let's just assume we put them together. Pretty close. One part that I love about it is that there is no detail behind Goku's logo, but they decided like, uh-oh, empty space, just fill something in. So, not only are we going to take a look at these two, but we're also going to take a look at these. The Harahachibunme set, Son Goku, and the effect part set. So, very excited. Looking forward to seeing how many poses we can get these guys into, and to maybe give you all a little bit of some information to avoid. You know, $30 is not worth having this garbage. It's better to spend $35 and get the original. So, you'll see that. Ball joint on the ankle, 360. Toes can move up and back to regular position. Knees have a double bend, which you can see from the back. Double bends at the knee. You got some slight rotation at the hips, which they can kick out pretty all right, probably about like a 90 degrees. Because of the floating plastic, we can get our kicks to be quite well. Some rotation in the waist and upper torso. Fully 360 at the arm, which can hinge out pretty decently with a bicep swivel, double bend at the elbow, as well as a 360 at the wrist. Butterfly joint on the inside, which is not painted, still flesh colored, which you can hide it pretty well. 360 on the head, which will be removable with the extra add-on from the effect parts head. There's also some rotation here on the front of the belt, which is kind of cool. So you can give it that style of movement. Again, I love Goku SH Figuarts because they're just really fun to play with. Alright, so Goku with some added on features.
Included is a right hand closed fist, right hand 2-finger pointing, left and right hand open claw, left and right hand 2-finger claw, a stern face looking to the left, and then mouth open. Having them on the actual face themselves, it's nice. I love the expressions that you can find. While only with 4 faces right now, you will have some variety with the future effect parts. And man, again, once you finally get to enjoying some of that imagination that you already have, you can get these figures into some really cool, fun poses. Whether it's what you can see, your imagination pops in there, cue in some fun music, which won't get copyrighted, of course. But if you've seen different types of scenes from the anime, you can replicate it with the SH Figuarts Goku. And I love that the variety, flexibility, and casualness of Goku is just great. Looking at what you can already do with Goku It's amazing. And plus, a lot of stop motion stuff is blown away. Take a look at those online. Now, when we get onto the future parts, articulation again, you have some toe hinge that can go up and down. You can rotate the ankle fully 360. Pivots nice, pretty well and up. Double hinge at the knee, as we mentioned earlier. I love again how it's colored orange, so it blends in with the actual uniform. Now, getting over to our fun copyrighted friend. This Goku is not gorgeous and lame. Initially I thought, okay, maybe the parts might be able to work with, and I love how they came packaged in like this little plastic suitcase, if you will, because I've seen this done with some other SH Figuarts figures, but it's not even clipped correctly on the top. The mouth looks all shot. The color of the skin is off compared to the other Goku, which you get a chance to see here. And it's almost like he needs to tan and go outside. So they don't fit. It's not even usable in that sense. I'm just super disappointed. Getting to take a look at it again, the rear portion on the leg knees, you can tell where the hinge parts were. Where you have some floating plastic on Goku, this one is solid. You can see a very weird kind of hinge V portion for his hips, which if you pull it down, you do get some nicer range of motion. But right here at the bicep, you can barely 360 it. I felt I was going to break it. You can see the hinge on the inside. You can still, the shoulders, which is colored flesh on the original one, is orange here. The head looks like a giraffe, like it's sticking up. There are so many mistakes on this Goku, and this just looks weird. Now, I was able to return and get this for free, and I didn't have to put it back because, yeah, clearly this is not the Goku that I ordered, and it's not the Goku that they had put in there. What's up? Yeah, this is just... It's weird. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. Maybe I can make my other figures destroy this Goku? I don't know, but yeah, garbage. I think this isn't even worth getting Yamcha. I will tell you, do not waste your money on any of these types of third party, and I'd even hope that you could try to get it in there. Here is proof of what it's going to look like when you get Goku, who has tanned everything except for his face. I'm sure if you squint it might be able to work, but no, there's no reason. It stays on there loose. No thank you. Not worth the $30. Not worth the argument and everything that happened with it. Goku is not happy. Buy official. Or stuff that are actually worth it. Look at the paint job. On the left, original. Right, not original. You can tell where there was some attention. I mean, the left ankle is off on the bad one. Floaty plastic on our original on the left. Right is just solid plastic booty. Getting up into the back portion on the right side, he's got a hole right there in his back chest where I guess they were going to try to put a peg. But nope, doesn't work. These are night and day between each other in this close-up. Again, here's a good example of the shoulder, the colorization, the fluidity on the left on the SH Figuarts to the thinness of the neck on the right-hand side. It's just not good. So you might be thinking you're going to save yourself some money, and you're going to be paying for it in headache in the future. So do not get any of the counterfeit ones. Not that I intended to do that, but it just so happened that, you know, getting this is what happened. Sad Goku, sad Wilgus. But we have the original now. And hilariously, I mean, they look funny standing next to each other like, hey, I want Goku, mama. Well, we have the Goku at the house, and there's the discount Goku. So, love it. I like the original Goku raised on Earth. I haven't checked out any of the others except for the Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Goku. And, well, we'll take a look at those later. Now, what we will take later is the Son Goku effects parts. Package detailing on the effect parts is really cool. It shows you what you have to look forward to, as well as different recommendations on what you can use the effect parts in, because as you open up Son Goku's effects parts, you are not going to be treated to a lot of how-tos. You're just going to have an instruction and an inventory list of the punch effects, the kick effects, the wrist mounting points, the head and the wrist blasts themselves. Now you do get 2, or a pair, I guess, of every one of the effects. So the kicking, the punching, the curve, and so forth. Not only that, you get the curved action hair of Goku. And I really enjoy how this brings a whole nother level of articulation, action to the Goku Raised on Earth action figure. So you will just pop them off, get them on there. The blast effects are all solid. One is slightly bigger than the other, which not really that much, but I guess enough to warrant it. You get a nice large kick effect, which looks also cool for your fist. You get a curved punch effect and a straight punch effect. And yes, if you were curious, they are sharp, along with a dash or a jumping effect is what I called it. It's still kick, but it's a straight kick. So adding that in there, you get to see Goku throwing some nice kicks. Seeing it in action. I mean, I'd rather go underneath it, but there we go. Very cool. Sweeping kick. And it adds another level of fluidity, of motion to the figures. And depending on how you place it, on what you're using it for, it doesn't need to be only a physical portion. I need to actually have recorded putting some action effects where you use the sword for it. But again, it's just there to bring motion to your static figures. And I love that, dude. That looks really cool. When I was going through the recordings, I was having a lot of fun getting them into their poses. Now you just remove the ankle, place the appropriate fitting size. There are some that are a little bit larger, which I'll show you, but you just plop it on in there. You can slide the larger ones on the ankle, but it still is too loose. So this is why you're going to want to have to pull off the ankle and just remove it as easy as that. Larger rings are for other characters like Broly and other SH Figuarts or other action figures. So removing the hair and the face piece gives you a look at what the joint is for the neck and a little bit some force, and you can remove it. I try to grab for the neck, this way you're trying to put all the energy and the force right there. Removing the, you don't have to do this, but I like it that way you see where you're doing your motion. You don't want to ruin what you're enjoying. Line it up, give it a little push, and you're good to go. And now we get to see Goku in some suavemente, smoothness. I'm not really sure how else to describe it. It's just him moving to the side, hair moving in the wind, and I love it. Add that with now some of these effect parts, and we have some coolness. So you can also add to the wrist, which too big of a fist, you can't put him in. Same thing like when you replace the wrists for other effects you put on. Doesn't fully go on the wristband, by the way. And they bounce. So place it on carefully. Put on your appropriate hand. I will say you should probably put the actual effect part on there first and then put it on, because it is a pain to do it the other way. It does not fit tight, so you'll have to maneuver it onto a place that fits and feels for how you want it. Here for Goku, I had it resting over on his arm. You can even put it on the side as he's throwing an upward uppercut against his son, because that hasn't happened in the manga. Spoiler. But again, you can use this with different figures and add a whole nother set.
Now, I will say, we ran into a bit of a problem with one of these effect parts. After popping in the single wrist one, I tried to remove it and it just twisted right off. So this ball joint ended up getting stuck inside here. So that was really troublesome. I was obviously able to get it out, and I'm going to have to start lubricating these, but be very careful. They were already a tight fit before, and now even more so be careful.
And so indeed, our story does have a slight sad ending on this, but it does not end completely in dismay. While I am out of one of the wrist parts, I do have the double-sided one, which Goku is using here. The other larger ones I can just put on and balance. So not happy that it did break. You are going to want to lubricate these with some silicone grease. Be careful. But overall, again, if you're just watching with what you're doing, it's worthwhile. Seeing all the variety that I had on these different figures with the effect parts was really cool. Now, for the wrist blaster, you don't have to remove the hand completely. There is a specific spot for you to hook the blast effect into, so the two of them are proprietary and they use the specific one. Proprietary is a specific, built only for this one, and it just clips on in. You can use the grippy hand, as I have here, or the open palm one to get a little bit more nicer look to it, but with some slight positioning, it doesn't even look like it's there. But it is! And that is what we call, in the theater game, sleight of hand. So, I like how it looks. I wish there was a second one, because with the second blast effect, I would love to have seen two people going like either a double blaster or one against the other. But with a separate aura effect, wow. These are amazing looking. So while your enemy is eating an energy blast to the face, I'm wondering, when Goku is ready to eat something else, what would he eat? And that would be over at this other fantastic effect set piece that we've got. The Harahachibunme set is packed with a ton of stuff, which I've already lost and broke a few things. But included, you get some amazing parts, very cool looking set pieces, add in some other SH Figuarts together, make some really cool action scenes, and you are set for some very fun moments, scenario, situations. Use your imagination, get your camera out, have fun. There's so much packed inside here with your imagination, and the table can move. Look at that rotation action. SH Figuarts has done it again. Stuffed full like Goku's cheeks. You have a lot in this set. A lot of food, a lot of table, and just a lot of fun. So we'll take a look at what packages is inside this package item, and we'll unbox and explain a little bit more in here. So let's take a look, Goku, as you're hurrying to get that delicious pork. So, here we have the Son Goku's Harahachibunme set, Bandai Dragon Ball Z, Tamashii Nation quality. On the cover you get to see Goku just nomming out a variety of different usages, and again, of course, Goku is not included. But with this video, we have the necessary parts, and you have a lot, as you can see here. 3 different chairs, a background set, some plates. Well, we'll go over all that, shall we? Instruction-wise, and removing of the panels, and a little unfolding, you now have a nice little restaurant corner. There you will also be able to see all the different types of food, the fried rice, the fish, the pork, all that, the different types of faces included, and the accessories. You have 6 green bottles, solid, nice and transparent. My jam. Some cool bowls that also I like the way they stack if you want to make it look like they were already finished. The table is 3 pieces, the base, this stand, and the top rotation port. Very nice. You can still put your legs underneath it. You have nice, solid cushions that go on the chairs that are 3. Now, putting them together again will give it that, Chinese buffet feel that I'm hungry for now. A giant helping of some fried rice. Well, you can't just put the fried rice like that, now can we? Why don't we serve that on one of these multiple plates that you are included? There's about like 15 or so. You also get some ramen, which if I had some Naruto SH Figuarts, perfect little accessory for it. So placing that in. The detail is there, down to the broth and the fish cake. The color variation on the roasted pork. I was gonna say pig. The fish and the juice that's inside. All of these have a lot of little minute details that you won't see initially from far away, but looking them up close, even at that distance, nice. And you get 2 different types of cups that you can play around with. Some teacups and a regular bowl. And of course, some dumplings, with a total of 3 of them. A little hard to hold on to, so this one I'll have to use like some blue tack, I think is what they call it, double-sided tape. But a nice variety of food. Now you also do get a hand-holding chopstick and chopsticks, which I have already broken, because they are delicate, so be careful. There's also a hand plate holding, which once you can put the bowl initially, but the plate itself, it holds it pretty well once you give it a little bit of some push. And lastly, another fist, but it's for a fork, which again, I have no idea where it is. Playing around with some other Figuarts and action figures that I've had with some of the Rement, you get to really see, first off, the posability, the balance, the variety, the action scenes that you can use all of these figures for. I love them for this. Not only can you get away with using the stands that are, sold separately, by themselves, there's already, again, a ton of different types of scenarios and scenes that you can use your imagination for. So go out there, have fun, crew. Thank you so much again for coming out, taking a look at the warehouse. Come for the curiosity and stay for the good times. I can't wait to show you some of the future releases, and I'll see you then.